everyone, my name is Kyla, or Kyla as you guys will soon be able to know, and I am a freshman at Lander University, and I am a psych major who really loves the performing arts. Why is this relevant, you may ask? Because I want to welcome you guys all into my new podcast called Cannonlly OffTopic, where it's not just off topic, it's canonically off topic, because it's Cannonlly. This is scripted, guys, for the most part. So I decided that for the first episode, I would just give you guys a rundown of everything that's going on and what this podcast will be about and how this podcast became to be. So without further ado, let's jump into who I am and what this podcast is. Okay, so this podcast, Canonically Off Topic, is a podcast where we talk about a variety of things, Loki. We keep it very simple here. We introduce the topic, we talk about the topic, and then we have a little segment where, depending on what episode it is, it's either singing, acting, or just a little story time about what's going on. So when I mean this is like a story time, I mean we could be talking about an anime that you like, anime I like. We explain the anime for people who may not know it, and then we might act out a scene from the anime, or try and sing a song from the intro, or maybe even tell a story about the time we watched it. It kind of depends, Loki. So, this is how the podcast will be. But why did I make the podcast? Who even am I? Well, let me show you, or tell you. My name, as I said before, is Kyla Pelzer, or Kyla for short, because sometimes people can't spell that. Anyways, I am a freshman at Lander University, and I'm a psychology major who also really loves the performing arts. I'm a nerd, but I will not admit that a lot. I will be in denial about it. Just because I said it today does not mean I believe it, even if I am. Anyways, so this podcast, I started a podcast when I was in high school. It was called Awesomely AQ, and I really liked it. So I wanted to do it with my friends. We started it, but it didn't really go so well because there was like some drama. I can tell y'all about that later. Like, yes. And we ended up just doing my podcast, where sometimes we would be on my podcast and we would just have fun and have calls or whatever. You guys would just get a glimpse of what we do. But I kind of fizzled out of that. I didn't really know what I was doing. Spotify changed their layout and everything, and I was just iffy about it. So I stopped. I still do YouTube and stuff. I am a YouTuber. I'm trying to become famous, guys. I know. But I'm a YouTuber. I post on multiple Instagram accounts. And I have a TikTok. If you want to follow, I'll put everything in the description box or whatever is up here. It's called ViThyme. And then I have We Are Sorry. This one for Canonically Off Topic. And then Dear Kyla is my main. So basically, the podcast, I saw this podcast in class and I thought I'll take it. My friend was like, the teacher's a little harsh, so maybe not. And I was like, listen, I'm up for a challenge. I actually like the teacher. He's really cool. But I took the class and I was like really excited because this is going to give me the insight I need on making a podcast. And that's where I am now. Made the podcast that you guys are listening to right now, and yeah, that's what I've been up to. So now I'm cutting it close, Loki, but that's basically what the podcast is. And they're just 5 minutes. They might be longer in the future, but right now they're just short, sweet, and simple. So I hope you guys enjoy this ride with me, and I will see you guys in the next episode. But basically, we just went over who I am and what this podcast will be about and the format. Stay awesome, be awesome, keep dreaming, and I will see you guys on the next episode titled Writing or Rotting.